Hello everyone, so today is going to be a quick one, just an update as per our last video to see where we are, what price action is done. Are we looking to go up or are we on the way down? As of the last video we were around this line over here. So we're just going to rewind to talk through what's happened and what's transpired in the market. So what were we looking out for? Well, we said we had this 10-minute zone above us that we could potentially get a reaction from. We also said that we had this high, this 4-hour high that we could also get a reaction from, and we were looking at those levels for potential shorts, and those would be where we're looking to spot that market structure change, that bearish divergence in market cipher to enter those trades. As for longs, we said we had this 2-hour zone, and we also had this zone over here that we're looking out for. And obviously we've got zones below that, but those were the immediate zones that we're looking out for. So what has happened and what did price do? Well, first of all, price made a high. It made a first high, and at that point, we've got potential sign of a range. All right, we can also see that price is leaving, it's leaving demand over here, which could get mitigated for more further action. So what would I be looking at for next? Well, at this point I'm thinking, right, we've got reason to go up, which is this 10-minute zone above us, but nonetheless we are still at this key level which we were preparing for. So let's see, what did price do next? Yep, so price mitigates our zone, touches our zone, and would have marked up, and boom. Okay, so price has now marked up, and price has confirmed that range first of all, and it's made another high. Okay, but this break on this high is not as convincing. Let's see if it's a break. Yeah, well, I guess it's a break on the 24-minute, but if you look on the 30-minute, it's just a wick. It's just a wick, which suggests that there could be some potential Wyckoff schematic going on here, and we could be in position for a model 2 or model 1. Model 1 if price went up here, model 2 if we get another tap down here. But what we had to notice is that on the markdown we actually we broke structure. We broke structure on the markdown, so expectation of order flow is a lower high. And what does price do? Price goes up again and makes that third tap. So this is tap number 3. And tap number 3, we don't just get tap number 3, we actually get tap number 3 at a supply zone. Okay, and that supply, we can just double check what supply that was. There we have it. That was a 5-minute supply that we got tap number 3. So this is an indication that we've got the juice to mark down, and this is actually where I entered that trade. I entered a trade based on market cipher as well, so I'm pretty sure market cipher printed out a decent divergence for us. Let's see if I can find that. I'm going to go back to see if I can find that, because I'm pretty sure that's why I entered. Let's see. Well, we can see here that as price goes down, our momentum looks to have gone down as well. Why did I enter that trade? I'm pretty sure we got a divergence. Bear with me. Let me just investigate this to make sure I'm not going mad. Okay, strange. Well, we didn't get a divergence on the 12-minute. All right, let's look at the 5-minute. See if we got one. On the 5-minute, we did not get one either. Let's look on the 3-minute. See if we got one. On the 3 minutes, we did not get a divergence either. All right, this is strange. Anyways, we've got that supply zone above us, and immediately after that supply, we can see that structure changing. So if we followed our market structure, it would look something like this. It taps into the supply, and following that, it breaks structure. Okay. So I was able to enter that trade. I think it was around here. It would have been perhaps around here. And I wrote that down, but I wasn't greedy on that one. I entered that right before bed. So actually what I did is I set my take profit. Where did I set my take profit? Well, I was looking for this range. In the case that the range broke, I said, right, we've got all these fair value gaps over here that need filling. And I was aware that we have this 2-hour zone, that I kept talking about. And that's where I set my TP, okay, that 2-hour zone, because I knew if we broke down, we've got no reason for price to stay up. The price can easily flush down, which is exactly what it did. And I set my TP at that 2-hour zone, okay? So this is what price did shortly after. All right, so it hits my take profit. And at this 2-hour zone, this was an area that we were looking out for a while. This is where I entered my next long trade. So if we get rid of that, let's talk through why I was able to enter that trade. So, well, we've set that 2-hour zone. We're expecting a reaction there. And what is price doing as we approach that zone? As we approach that zone, we can see a hidden bullish divergence. What is a hidden bullish divergence? Well, it is when price goes up, our momentum is going down. So as you can see, as our price goes up into that zone, our momentum goes down. And we can see over here that we've got something similar to what we had last week. So, last week in this region, I believe, double check this. I believe we had a 10-minute zone here. And this 10-minute zone left another 10-minute zone, which set the precedence for the reaction we had here. So we had a demand that led to another demand. Okay, and that seems to be exactly what's happened here. We've had this demand, and it's sort of given this demand the fuel, the energy, all right, and it's caused that reaction. So that's quite interesting. Bitcoin seems to be doing that a lot these days. So we've got sort of like a demand cascade in a sense. All right, so anyways, so we've got this zone we're looking out for, this 2-hour zone. And we can see that as price approached that zone, I'm going to get rid of this so we can see it clearly. As price approached that zone, we had a nice little divergence, hidden bullish divergence that we can see on the 12-minute. We could probably see it on the 24-minute. We can even see it on the hour. All right, so this is a strong indication that price is going to have a continuation here. All right, so instead of it breaking downwards, it's an indication that that demand was going to hold. Okay, so what have we had so far? So we've had the distribution at the top that's resulted in the mitigation of this demand, which is potentially going to cause this break in structure. That was my thinking, because I was thinking, well, we haven't quite broken at this level. We've distributed, yes, we could have broken through for that supply, but we didn't. What could price be doing? Could price be looking to get a bit more juice to break, or is price going to flush all the way down? So the fact that this demand held, that was quite a positive outlook. So what price did next? Let's take a look. If we go back to the 12-minute. So what did price do next? Well, price bounced off that region, as we can see in a second. Price bounced off that region quite nicely. It broke structure there, so you could have entered here if you wanted, if you were looking at market structure. So you could have entered here based on market cipher and here based on market structure. And price left again this demand zone over here. So let's see, does it mitigate it? Boom! As it does, that's exactly what it does. It comes back to mitigate that demand zone. All right. So as you can see, price respects these supply and demand zones pretty well. And at the moment, we're looking to see what price does. Well, it seems as though price is trying to decide whether it's going to break this level, because if it does break that level, we've got this 10-minute supply above it. But don't forget, as soon as we break this level and perhaps the supply, there's not much stopping price over here. We've got these fair value gaps that are looking to be filled. And price has changed structure. It's gone from a local 4-hour bearish structure in red to bullish in green. So those are the areas that I was looking out for. I'm still in that long trade. I'm in this long trade over here. I was in quite juicy profit when we got up here, but I was in a meeting, so I didn't take profits. So again, I keep having this bad habit of not taking profit. And look, price is marked up and it's coming back down to my entry, isn't it? But the good thing is I have de-risked it. But it's a little bit annoying though, because if you have done good analysis and you have entered a good trade, there's no reason why you should have your winning trade come back to be a break even. Take your profits while you can. So let this be a lesson for you guys. But yeah, there we have it. So price is looking to come down. Let's see if anything is going to hold price up. In terms of what's immediately next to the price, we had this zone over here that seems to be failing. But price is looking kind of bearish. On a 4-hour, we've got this divergence, this bearish divergence. And we had this green dot print, which I thought would give it fuel to go up, but actually we've had a red dot printed right after it, and money flow seems to be going to the negative. So let's see what price does. As far as my next trade, I'm looking at locally where we're looking out for. That's mitigated. Well, if price does take out this low, the next area I'm looking out for, let's see if we get a reaction here. Let's see if we get a reaction here. This is a big zone actually. This right here is a big zone. Let's see if we get a reaction there. And the next big zone is actually the low. All right, so that would be the next level I'm looking out for. Okay, so where are my levels? Level number 1, level number 2, and finally the low, level number 3, if price is going to come down. Those will be my next longs. If price continues to go up, I'll look to short this 10-minute supply. All right, but I'm not just going to limit order it. I'm going to wait for market structure and wait for market cipher to tell me what to do. All right, so there we have it. That's my plan, and that's what my next trade looks like. Remember to practice good risk management. Remember to monitor your trade even when you're inside a trade. Make sure you're following market structure to see, is it the time to get out? Should I stay, wait for more? Remember to set your targets, set your stop losses for each and every trade. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow.